Step 6 of the GarageBand tutorial is to start playing around with loops. So to start previewing loops, in the upper right, there is a little loop icon. It's the little button that's in the middle of the other two. It looks like a loop. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to show me various options. So currently, you guys have access to approximately 6,000 some sounds. That's a lot to choose from. On the computers, you might have 4,000 or 5,000, but you're going to have thousands of options, which can be a little overwhelming. So I'm going to walk you through some of the basics of finding what you're looking for. So the first thing you can do is search by descriptors. So if you say aren't making a scary song, you probably don't want to search by intense or search by dark. You might be searching for cheerful, or you might be searching for clean, or you might be searching for grooving. It's going to show you a bunch of different options. You also can multi-click as you search. So if you want something that's acoustic and part, which I don't even know what part is, I might want acoustic and cheerful. Now every single song is acoustic and cheerful based on how GarageBand designs them. I can also search by genre, so based on the type of music I might be trying to make, or I can search by instrument. So if I want to just search for guitars, I can just click on guitar and it shows me the various options. The third thing that you can do, as you start to learn more about GarageBand, I personally like the daylight sounds. And so if I search for daylight, it shows me everything that's labeled daylight just because I like those sounds, those particular sounds, and I include them in various songs. Or I might know that I'm specifically looking for a beat. And now every single one that is titled beat, it searches for, or synth. I use synths a lot, and then I can search that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video. You're not even going to notice, and I'm going to build my background music. All right, so I picked what I'm going to have as my background music. You may have noticed that I deleted my drummer. It's just personal preference. I don't like using a drummer, but I did pick my background music. So what I did is I just kind of looked at the different synths, as I said before, and I like Deep Dream synth. So when I know that's what I want to use, I just click and drag it into the row. I'm going to delete this one because I added it twice. To preview it before I add it to my music timeline, I just need to single click on it and it will play. So that's the music that I wanted to add. Now, my song or my synth that I chose is only a 16 beat. So you'll notice up here, it doesn't take the full length. Now, if I know this is going to be my background music the whole way, what I need to do is if I hover over the right side of my music, I'll see two different icons. So the first icon is the length change. The second icon is the loop. So if I want to loop this multiple times through the song, I just click and drag it. And so that's what you do in that icon, with that icon. Now from here, what I need to do is I need to build the rest of my songs. All right, this is what I've built so far. So I want to point out one thing to you that's really imperative. So I have my synth that goes all the way across. I found a shaker that I really liked. I just think it goes well together. I have that going all the way across for the full 30 seconds. Now, I find it very boring if you have the same loops for just straight 30 seconds. It's super boring, and it's when you get to the point where you're building songs for a 2-minute segment or say a 5-minute movie, having the same music for 5 minutes is a nightmare. Imagine watching a movie where you have the same music for 2 hours. It's incredibly boring. So my expectation for you guys is you're changing it up. Now, I haven't done a ton of changing yet. I'm going to continue to build my song, but I do want to point out that I have this row and this row of guitars. This guitar repeats every 4 count, and then this guitar repeats every 4 count. Same thing here. This guitar repeats every 4 count, and then this guitar repeats every 4 count. So I want to point out to you that you want to make sure when you're building a 4 count song that your music is on beat. In order to do that, just to the left of the loop is the zoom. You want to make sure you're zooming in and out, and then you're using the mouse to move left to right. So the one thing that's really cool about GarageBand is I can highlight this music, I can use Command C on the keyboard, and then I can paste. So what I did with this song is this loop is I copied it, and then I went to the next 4 count, which is right here. I clicked on that line. Now while this side or this row is highlighted, and then I click up here where I want it to start, I can Command V and it will paste it on that exact same row. So that's how I easily was able to click and paste and then go to the next 4 count and click and paste. So that is how I started to build my song using this zoom. The zoom slider helps a lot when it comes to making sure your music is on a 4 count.